Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to another Watch with Nordic live commentary stream here today. And we got our second of two here on the channel. And this one is a Western Conference matchup, of course, between the Los Angeles Kings and the Vancouver Canucks here tonight. This should be an exciting one here live from Vancouver. And we are midway through the national anthems here, so I'll try and speed things up so we're ready here for puck drop. Let's go over the standings between these two teams. And one of these teams is currently not in the playoff race. The other one is trying to get into a playoff spot and stay in a playoff spot. The Los Angeles Kings, 28, 25, and 18 for 74 points on the season. They find themselves 3 points back of the Nashville Predators for that second place wildcard spot. And with no games in hand, a big win here tonight could put them in a playoff spot here and get them closer to one. Not put them in a playoff spot, get them closer to one here. And then Vancouver, they find themselves eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs. So for the Canucks, it's all about the small things and trying to just upset teams and spoil other teams from getting those points. 21, 41, and 8 for 50 points this season. And those are the two standings between those two teams. What's up, Tim? Welcome to the stream, Tim. As the Canadian anthem is being sung right now. Starting goaltenders tonight for both sides. Darcy Kemper is in net for the LA Kings. And Kevin Lankinen is in net for the Vancouver Canucks. Both of them playing in their 10th live commentary stream all time in Watch with Nordic history. So that's pretty cool numbers there to talk about them. We'll go over the overall numbers here in just a moment as we get ready for puck drop coming up here soon. Kemper, his stats currently stand at a record of, if they want to load on my screen here, 17, 13, and 13 with a 2.66 goals against average and a .897 save percentage this season with the Los Angeles Kings. His Watch with Nordic save percentage is a 910. He's very good. On the other side, Kevin Lankinen, 8, 24, and 5 with a 3.63 goals against average and a .876 save percentage. His Watch with Nordic save percentage is an 880. This is the second of 4 times these two teams will face off against each other. And these should be games the Los Angeles Kings should be trying to pick up points in if they want to push for a playoff spot. It's a Pacific Division matchup between the LA Kings and the Vancouver Canucks. And we are underway. Face-off is won back then by Vancouver. They will clear it all the way down low to the LA Kings end. Doughty steals it back then for LA and dumps it into the Vancouver zone corresponding with that. On the right side then, Trevor Moore picks up that puck then for the Kings. Byfield up top then to Doughty. Drew Doughty dumps it around then behind the net. Then Byfield trying to clear that one away. Teddy Bluger picks it up for Vancouver. Here they come through center. Dumped into the zone then quickly by Zeev Buya. Back over then for Trevor Moore. Moore behind the net then for the Kings. Byfield will chip this one back to center. Canucks get it back. Through the zone then with speed. A shot there from O'Connor. Goes off of an LA King. Now Evander Kane battling for it on the right side. Grabbed back then quickly by Doughty and cleared back to center. Panarin battling for it then on the right side. Pettersson steals it back then for Vancouver. Trying to battle for that one on the right side. It's cleared back into the neutral zone. Marcus Pettersson back over then to Drew O'Connor. Stolen back then by Artemi Panarin. Panarin breaks it into the zone back to Kempe. Kempe up top. Stolen back then by Kane. 2-on-2 the other way. O'Connor with Kane. He loses the puck now. Down low, LA gets it back. And we'll chip this one back into Vancouver zone. Grab back then by Pierre-Olivier Joseph, who will clear this one down low into the LA zone. There'll be an icing here against the Canucks to start this one off. Interesting matchup here tonight is a battle between the Joseph brothers. Pierre-Olivier Joseph and Matthew Joseph are in this game here tonight, facing off the two brothers. I think that's a pretty cool thing there to see. We'll see what it amounts to, of course, if there's going to be any physicality between the two of them, or maybe there's goals. Who knows? Face-off here in the Vancouver zone is won by the Canucks. Welcome to the chat, David. Good to see you. Here's Joel Edmondson. Thrown back up then for Ogren. Now Besser 2-on-1. Besser back to Ogren down low. Saved by Kemper. And Doughty will backhand this one off the boards to the right side. Now getting it back is Matthew Joseph. Dumping it down low. Back over then for Edmondson. Ogren feeds it all the way back into the Vancouver zone. Canucks will regroup on their own end. What's up, Midnight Solar? Welcome to the stream. Canucks are coming off of a 5-3 loss against the Anaheim Ducks. Into the zone, Ratty back to Sasson, a shot. That one goes wide. Höglander up top, cross ice pass, then Boyum up top. Ratu a shot, and that one goes wide there of Kemper. Picked back up then on the side then by Jeff Mallett. Will get it to center. Ratu battling for it. Mallett trying to chip that one off the boards there on the right side. Now Zeev Boyum trying to bank that one off the boards. Cleared back into the corner. Boyum trying to get that one away. It'll slide all the way back then into the Los Angeles zone with 17:20 left to go in this first period. Banked off the boards for Cody Ceci, who will dump it down low into the Vancouver end. Byfield down low, trying to get that one free. Poke checks it up top. Shot on there is gloved by Lankinen. Kevin Lankinen, really not that good in live commentaries. That guy struggles. And when he wins games, he shuts teams out. He has 2 shutouts in Watch with Nordic commentaries, which is, like, unfair. To be honest with you, it's pretty unfair. He's the one who's getting the shutouts, but every other save percentage besides that, he either has a shutout or he's terrible in Watch with Nordic streams. Shots are even here in this first period. Face-off coming up in the Vancouver zone is one back up top to the point then. Kopitar banks it around behind that then to Kempe. Kempe on the right side fighting then with Willander. Shot on is blocked. Panarin on the right side. Artemi Panarin back to Edmondson. Edmondson looks, fires it on, deflected in the crease, and Lankinen gets the cover through all of that traffic. And again, the LA Kings are playing for something here. Vancouver, not necessarily. Again, obviously, the Canucks are currently out of the playoffs. Not necessarily anything to really play for, but the LA Kings are trying to pursue a playoff spot here and try and get into the Stanley Cup playoffs. In Anze Kopitar's last year. Face-off coming up then in the Vancouver zone. One back by the Kings. Here's Brandt Clark. Behind the net then for Los Angeles. Chipped off the boards to DeBrusk. DeBrusk will get it to center. Back over then for Linus Karlsson. Karlsson, cross ice pass to Hronek. Chipped off the boards then and back over to Karlsson. Karlsson up top to Bluger. A shot. Saved by Kemper. Down low in the corner, Teddy Bluger battling for it. Back over then for Alex Laferriere, who will dump it into the Vancouver zone. And grab back then by Hronek. Through center with that puck. It's off a King's skate and back down low now. Bluger back over to Hronek. Vancouver trying to regroup. Hronek on the right side. Holds it down low in the Vancouver end. Shots are 2 apiece here in this opening period. Still scoreless. Off the boards to center. Ogren. Drop back then. Thrown back up top then. Cross ice pass to Elias Pettersson. Back down low then for Brock Besser. Besser up top. Ogren tried firing it on. It was blocked in front. Now Dumoulin fighting with Marco Rossi. Getting there as well as trade deadline acquisition Scott Laughton. Kings will get this one back to center as Armia throws it down low. Grab back then by the Canucks. Joseph on the right side here for the Canucks. Back over then. Pettersson throws it to center. Ratu banks it off the boards and back down low into the LA zone. Anderson battling for it then with Sasson. About 5 minutes gone here in this first period. Doughty picks it up then for the Kings. Drew Doughty will carry it through center off the boards then to Sam Helenius. Jared Wright pass back over then. Vancouver picks it up in their own end. Willander backhands it off the boards to center. Puck is cleared back into the Los Angeles zone. And with 14:51 to go, there's an icing against Vancouver. Interim head coach DJ Smith, he's 4-4-4. I wish I was lying. That's kind of an interesting record there for the LA Kings interim head coach. He was relieving Jim Hiller, who was fired, but it looks like the LA Kings are doing too little too late here. to try and get back to a playoff spot. The Nashville Predators currently hold that last spot. Here's Clark. Throws it down low then to Kopitar. On Zay Kopitar then will backhand this one up top. Stolen back then by Vancouver and cleared back to center. I haven't streamed Nashville that much. I should stream the Predators more. Banked off the boards and back to center. Pettersson will dump it down low into the LA end. Kemper clears it around the right side. Here come the Kings through center. Kopitar back to Clark. Through the zone. Kempe to Panarin. Panarin up top. Edmondson, a shot save. Rebounds in front. And cleared back to the right side. Kempe trying to get it back then for the Kings. We'll throw it back down low then behind the net. Grab back on the right side then. Kane back over then for Boyum. Kopitar behind the net then for Panarin. Panarin pass over. And Kempe can't get a clear shot on. Clark at the point. Down low then for Panarin. Panarin up top to Clark. Clark back to Panarin. Panarin stick handling it up top. Down low then for Edmondson, who can't get a clear shot on. Now Clark. Back over to Kempe behind the Panarin in front. And denied by Lankinen. Great chance there is gloved by Kevin Lankinen. The LA Kings getting their fair share of chances. But we stay scoreless here in Vancouver. Kevin Lankinen making some big saves with 13:44 left to go in this opening period. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Let's take a look at the status report here between these two teams. It is a Pacific Division matchup between the two, and it's a short status report. Doughty took part in an optional morning skate. He's expected to play after missing practice for maintenance on Wednesday, so Doughty is in the lineup tonight. Kemp is expected to play. He missed practice on Wednesday as well. Höglander replaces Douglas after being scratched in a 5-3 loss against the Ducks on Tuesday. Vancouver cycling their players here. Scratched guys tonight. Curtis Douglas and Victor Mancini for Vancouver. For the LA Kings, it is Alex Turcotte, Taylor Ward, and Jacob Moverer who are scratched tonight for the Los Angeles Kings. As always, again, thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below. Like the stream as well. Not expecting a huge turnout for this commentary. It's two teams that we've done a lot, but aren't necessarily as popular as the other teams when we stream them. But hey, this is how we grow those fan bases, doing more streams like this, bringing more of the fans from other teams in. And I think it's a lot of fun to do. Even when there's not a lot of people in the stream, I still enjoy it. Thirsty. A little hungry, too. Thank you all for your support earlier on the Canadians and Blue Jackets stream. That stream reached 5,000 views. The fourth stream to do so, I believe. Face-off coming up here now in the Vancouver zone. Shots are 3-2 in favor of LA. Face-off is won by the Kings. Up top, shot goes wide through the traffic. Bluger off the boards, back over to the right side. Kempe battling for it down low. Willander back over to Trevor Moore. Tom Willander picks up this puck, will carry it through center. Kings get it back. Here they come the other way. LaFerriere down low, stolen back away then by Willander. Grabbed back then by the Canucks. Carlson to Marcus Pettersson, who dumps it down low into the LA zone. Up top to the point then. Willander shoots it wide there of Kemper. Bluger pass in front. And Carlson would have a great A chance, but the Kings stole it back to center. Puck is cleared down low then into the Vancouver zone with 13 minutes to go in this first period. Marcus Pettersson back over to Ogren. Pettersson down low then. Will carry this one through center. Vancouver was the first team eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs last week. Shot from the point there from Elias Pettersson is denied by Kemper. Is there something in my eye? Sorry, I was like commentating and then my eye was like, So there's something in my eye, got it out. Yeah, so we made that video on Vancouver earlier in the week. And then as well as that too, we did stream Vancouver last week. I thought that'd be our last Vancouver stream, but it looks like we're doing a couple more here. I looked at the upcoming schedule. There's a few commentaries that, it leaves me to stream the Canucks, which I'm not against. I'm fine with that. It's cool to stream all 32 teams. We leave that promise up. Scott Laughton trying to dump that one down low, and it makes it's cool too because, again, I love commentating all 32 teams. I love seeing all 32 teams and all the however many players on all the other teams play. It's fun. And it creates some cool moments too, some cool moments in Watch with Nordic history. Down low now behind the net then, Mancini back over to Brock Boeser. Boeser feeds it up top. Shot there from Pettersson is blocked. Kings try and clear. Ceci on the right side. Puck almost slid in there on Darcy Kemper. Now Dumoulin tried to backhand it to center. Played back down low then into the Los Angeles zone. Now Joel Armia will carry this one through center. Cross ice pass off the boards to Dumoulin. And backhanded down low into the Vancouver end. Shots are 4-3 here in favor of Los Angeles. Puck is chipped into the LA zone. Battling for that puck is Max Sasson. Right, off the boards. Kept in then by the Canucks. Höglander, a shot. Saved there by Kemper. That even got on. On the right side, Sasson battling for it as well up top. Hronek, slap shot. Denied, rebound in front. And nearly tucking that one was Höglander, but he could not convert. Here's Jeff Mallett now through center, 2-on-2. Hellenius down the right side, fires it on, saved there by Lankinen. Here come the Canucks through center. Höglander will throw it down low then to Ratsu. Backhand pass, goes off of a King. Now Mallett down low here in the corner. Battling for with Höglander, chipped off the boards then to Clark. Brant Clark will throw it to center. Back into the Vancouver end, nearly halfway through this opening period. Still scoreless. Canucks will bank this one back down low, then into the LA zone. Edmondson battling for it then on the right side. Anze Kopitar. Through center, Panarin grabs that puck for the Kings. Artemi Panarin into the zone with Doughty. Panarin gets it around Willander. Pass up top. Anderson shoots it. And that one's blocked through the stick in front from, I think, Kopitar, actually. Cleared off the boards to center. Los Angeles gets it back. Kempe down low to Anderson. Off the boards to Kopitar. Back over to Adrian Kempe now. Drops it back to Doughty. Doughty fires it down low and wide. Panarin battling for it in the corner then. Pettersson off the boards to Kane. Evander Kane down the right side halfway through this opening period. Shots are 6-4 here in favor of LA. Yeah, it's good to mix it up for sure. On Sunday, we are doing the Dallas Stars and the Philadelphia Flyers, so that'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Stream starts 6:58. Hopefully, I can get home from the Royals in time to do that one. Down low in the corner then, Trevor Moore battling for that puck with Laferriere. Laferriere on the right side. Below the line, trying to throw a pass in front. Vancouver steals it back. Bluger over then for DeBrusk, who will dump it down low into the LA zone. Edmondson battling for it then with Bluger. Thrown back up top. Hronek waits. Pass over up top. Shot from DeBrusk into the chest of Kemper. Rebounds there. And a good opportunity from Teddy Bluger is denied. Boyum up top DeBrusk. Point shot then. Hronek is blocked into the corner. Bluger battling for it then with Edmondson. DeBrusk feeds it up top. Back to Hronek. Jake DeBrusk will drop it back then to Hronek. Shoots it on. It goes through the traffic and wide. Some good chances here for both sides. Shots are 6-6. Laferriere will get this one to center and bank it down low into the Vancouver end. Here's Boyum behind the net then for the Canucks. Zeev Boyum was acquired in the Quinn Hughes trade. Now through the zone, a shot there from Ogren goes up in the air and wide. Now Rossi battling for it on the right side as well. Both those players also acquired in that big Quinn Hughes blockbuster. LA Kings will clear this one to center. Down low, Joseph. Off the boards to Marco Rossi. Rossi through center. Tied up there by two LA Kings. Laughton over to Ceci. Ceci pass to Dumoulin. Through center then. Laughton carries it into the zone. Shoots it into the glove of Kevin Lankinen with 8:08 to go. And the physicality mounting here between the two Joseph brothers. Ironically enough. And we will head to commercial break. Canucks and Kings is scoreless after 12 minutes of play. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary stream. Whew. A little bit exhausted there. That was a lot of constant hockey, that's for sure. But it was a good period regardless. That was entertaining through those first couple of minutes there. Again, I mean, I talked about it a little bit, but for the Vancouver Canucks, it's all about those moral victories. Seeing how those young players do, like Zeev Boyum, Liam Ogren. You want to see how, your young guys do. I'm a little bit surprised that the Canucks haven't called up some of their young guys from Abbotsford. You do have some young guys in there who have played well in the AHL. Maybe go give them a shot. Surprised they haven't done that yet. Here's the annual Watch with Nordic 6-7. So there you go. This is commentary stream number 204. So we'll have one more stream this week. We'll have 2 streams next week. Sadly, with the way my schedule is next week, we can only do 2 live commentaries next week. And then the following week, we will be doing 6. So we're back to our regularly scheduled program after that. We'll start ramping it up as we get closer and closer to the Stanley Cup playoffs. So I'm looking forward to that. Itchy nose. Sorry about that. Thank you all for tuning in. Face-off coming up here now in the Vancouver zone. It's Kopitar who will take the draw against Elias Pettersson. Face-off is won back then by Kopitar. Up top, Brandt Clark clears it behind the net then to Kempe, or at least he tries to. Down low, Edmondson to Kopitar. Up top, Clark. Clark fires it on. It's blocked through the traffic. And now Vancouver picks it up on the right side. Marcus Pettersson drops it back then for Tom Willander. Willander back over to Kane. Cross-ice pass broken up then by Kopitar. Kopitar off the boards for Edmondson. Joel Edmondson back over to Brandt Clark. Clark will try and clear to center. Vancouver gets it back. Pettersson will backhand it down low. On the right side, Marcus Pettersson picks it back up for Vancouver. Back over to Evander Kane. Shoots it. It's blocked by Clark. Kempe will get it out to center. Backhanded pass down low then for Joel Edmondson. Edmondson back over to Panarin. Panarin cross-ice pass to Clark. Clark will dump it down low then into the Vancouver end. Hronek will steal it back down low and try and get it to center. Doughty then battling for it then with Linus Karlsson. Puck slides in down low on Kevin Lankinen. Hronek will regroup in the Vancouver zone. Hronek off the boards to center. It's turnover then. Laferriere picks it up on the right side. Alex Laferriere throws it up top. And the puck slides all the way back down into the LA zone. And now they'll regroup behind their own net. Doughty on the right side. Bluger try to poke check it down low. Kings get it back. Clark centering then to Hellenius. Hellenius will dump it off the boards and back down low to the Vancouver end. Now Joseph over to Elias Pettersson. Will clear this one to center. Mallet battling for it then with Ceci. Picked back up then by Vancouver. They'll regroup in their own zone. 6:15 left to go in this opening period. Shots are 7-6 in favor of the LA Kings. We're scoreless still. Down low in the corner then. Battling for that puck. Max Sasson will clear it to center. Höglander tries to backhand it down low. Jared Wright battling for that one on the right side. And a whistle blown dead here at the neutral zone. I think we have a penalty coming up. Or maybe a hand pass or something. I'm not sure what it is. I don't think it's a penalty. And we'll go to commercial break here yet again. It's the Canucks and Kings here in this opening period. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Happy MLB opening day to all those that celebrate. I got my Phillies merchandise on here for this one. Got my Philly City Connect, my Schwarber jersey. Looking forward to watching some highlights before we get on with this game. Or after we're done with this game. I got a pack for a trip to Pittsburgh for a wedding. Not exactly excited for it, but, you know, whatever. Any 1 p.m. games tomorrow? There's a 4:30 game. Nah, really nothing that early. I could watch the A's tomorrow. We'll see. I don't even know what we're doing tomorrow. Shot 7-6 in favor of Los Angeles. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. And we won't be live again till Sunday. Flyers and Stars. That'll be a good commentary regardless. Definitely excited for that one. How's the weather for the trip? It's not that bad. I think it's supposed to be sunny the day of the wedding on Saturday. Then it's rainy tomorrow. I know that. It's going to be rainy tomorrow. I haven't even looked at what Pittsburgh's weather is going to be actually. Oh, tornado watch. Awesome. Yeah, it's pouring rain there. It looks like it'll rain on Friday, too. But we wanted to go walk around Pittsburgh a little bit. We'll see if we can. At center, then. Vancouver on the right side. It's dumped down low, then, by Elias Pettersson. Back into the LA end. Cody Ceci on the right side, then, with that puck. Panarin. Cleared to center. Canucks get it back. Joseph to Pettersson, who will dump it down low into the LA end. Off the boards then for Matthew Joseph. Joseph will carry it through center. Grab back then by the Canucks on the right side. Ogren. Cross ice pass to Besser. Besser drops it back then to Pettersson. Pettersson on the right side fighting for it then with Armia. Besser forced back to center. About 5 minutes to go here in this first period. Not a lot of shots here as of late. Hronek back to O'Connor. Pettersson will backhand this one down lower. At least he'll try to. Can't get it. Can't get it there. Hronek to Boyum. Back over to Kane. Kane banks it off the boards. Back into the LA zone. Kings will get that puck back. Here's Clark back to Edmondson. Edmondson chipped off the boards into the Vancouver end. Kempe to Panarin, a shot. And it's gloved by Lankinen. What a stop. Kevin Lankinen playing huge tonight, making some good saves. And that's a great opportunity there for Lankinen, who has really struggled this season. His numbers are really bad. He has less than 10 wins on the year. I kind of wanted to see Talopilo, because every single time I commentate Vancouver, I always get Lankinen. I wanted to see Talopilo in this one. Sadly, it was not meant to be. The one time we did commentate Talopilo, we got a shutout. So, you know. Face off in the Vancouver end is won back by the Kings. Doughty back over then to Trevor Moore. Moore trying to clear it down low. LaFerriere behind the net then to Byfield. Byfield in the corner. He'll try and throw that one up top. Back down low then to LaFerriere. Battling for it on the right side. And grabbed back by Moore. Moore pass over. And Byfield could not tuck. Moore back over to LaFerriere. Trevor Moore then behind the net for the Kings. Moore feeds it up top. Anderson tipped off of a stick from Pettersson and out of play.
Play Now brings BC closer to the game. Visit playnow.com/Canucks for bonus bets when Vancouver scores on the power play.
Face off here in the Vancouver zone. 3:58 remaining here in the first period. Shots are 8-6. Boyum battling for it on the right side. Kopitar will dump it down low. In the corner, Hronek. Back to Edmondson. Pettersson battling for it as well. Kopitar up top. Doughty, cross ice pass to Clark. A shot! It through the traffic, goes wide. 3.5 minutes to go. Pettersson behind the net. Banks it off the boards, then back to Boyum. Boyum off the boards, up top. O'Connor battling for it then with Panarin on the right side, trying to get that one free. And a whistle blown here, and here's the first penalty of the game. It looks like it's going to be Zeev Boyum who will take the penalty. The LA Kings will get the first power play of the game.
They went 0 for 11 for 4 games, then 5 for 12 for 4 games, and then 0 for 3 in the last 2.
Face-off now in the Vancouver end is won back by Los Angeles. Kings go to the first power play of the game. Down low. Pass in front. Byfield jabbing at that puck. Couldn't get it on. Armia in the corner. Trying to throw that one up top. Back over then for Lawton. Hronek on the right side back to Bluger. Bluger will clear this one all the way back down into the Los Angeles zone. 3 minutes left to play here in this opening period. 1:30 to go on the LA power play. Byfield dekes into the zone. Try to throw it back up top. Lawton's there battling for it on the right side. Moore keeps it in the zone. Trevor Moore shoots it. Saved by Lankinen. Armia on the right side. Off the boards then to Moore. Pass over, and Byfield could not convert. Quinn Byfield here holds it on the right side. Byfield, top of the circle, shoots it. He scores! It might have been tipped in front by Scott Lawton or somebody who was there, but regardless of who took that goal, it is a 1-0 lead for the Los Angeles Kings, a power play goal. I think it might have been tipped in front by Scott Lawton. They're saying it's Byfield's goal for now. I'll take a look at it here on the replay. Can't tell from the TV angle. I don't know. It might have been tucked. Couldn't really tell from that side. Here, this will tell me better. Did Lawton get that, or was that all Lankinen? This might just be Byfield's goal. I can't really tell. I'm not gonna lie. I think it might be just Byfield's goal. Either that or Scott Lawton got it in front. They're saying Lawton got it, so I'm gonna say Lawton got it. So Lawton, his 11th goal of the season, assisted by Quinn Byfield, and the LA Kings have struck first. It is a 1-0 lead. Lawton was a trade deadline acquisition from the Toronto Maple Leafs. And whistle blown dead here as the puck went out of play, I believe, with 2:13 remaining here in the third. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. Face-off outside of the Vancouver end is won back by the Kings. Clark, right side to Doughty. Byfield, back over to Clark down low. So it's Scott Lawton from Quinn Byfield making a 1-0 lead for the LA Kings. Pettersson, pass back over then for Willander. Willander will regroup now in the Vancouver end. Back over on the right side for Boyum, who will dump it down low into the LA end. Secondary assist on that goal will go to Trevor Moore. Kempe off the boards for Panarin, who was tripped to the ground, and that is an easy penalty call there. LA is heading back to the power play. That was easy. O'Connor trips Panarin. It was the most blatant trip you will ever see in your entire life. And we're going to see another power play coming up here for the LA Kings. Power play, if they don't score, will carry over into period number 2. Shots are 12-6 in favor of the Kings as well. So we'll see what comes of this one. Kopitar versus Ratu. Kings had 4 shots on that power play. Panarin has 4 power play goals, as it just highlighted. Face-off here now is won back by the Canucks. Hronek off the boards then for Bluger, who will clear it all the way back down low in on Kemper. Now Clark picks it up for Los Angeles. Pass up then for Kempe. Kempe into the zone. Up top, Clark fires it down low and wide. Kopitar off the boards then. Clark, pass back over for Panarin. Panarin to Clark. Clark to Panarin. Pass over, and Kempe had him beat but fanned on the shot. Kempe down low then for Kopitar. Kopitar fighting for it then. Puck is cleared back into the Los Angeles zone. Last minute of play in period number 1. Brandt Clark through center then and chip back down low into the Vancouver end. Byfield off the boards then in the corner, battling forward with speed then is DeBrusque. Clark played back down low. Laferriere to Kopitar. Right side to Kempe. Kempe up top to Clark. Panarin waits in front. Laferriere jabs at that puck on Lankinen. They're still pushing at it. It's in the back of the net. Referee blew the whistle. That puck did cross the line, but the question is, was it after the whistle was blown? And can you see it cross it before? It was just a huge net front battle there trying to get that puck. And Laferriere was jabbing at Lankinen. And yeah, that puck crosses the line. We'll see if it's before the whistle, though. And if it is, I think they'll just challenge for goalie interference because there's definitely some interference there. We'll see if this counts. I don't think it will. 29 seconds to go here in this first period. It doesn't look like it will count. The whistle must have been blown before it crossed the line. Shots are 13-7 in favor of Los Angeles. Face-off coming out now in the Vancouver zone. It'll be Lawton taking the draw. Scored the power play goal. Face-off is won back by Vancouver. Hronek will bank this one off the boards and back into the Los Angeles zone with 20 seconds to go. Doughty behind the net then for the Kings. Banks it off the boards then to Moore. Moore dekes around the D. Ran out of time. Lawton on the right side with 5 seconds to go up top. Panarin. Doughty to Panarin. Final seconds play. Panarin took too much time. And the puck is tipped away there, and that'll do it for period number 1. 20 minutes of play in the books. Kings will get a power play that carries over into the second period, and a goal from Scott Lawton tipped in front from a Byfield shot makes it a 1-0 lead for the LA Kings after 20 minutes of play from Vancouver. That being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 2 momentarily. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. That was a pretty good first period there. I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick. I will be right back.
So how old is the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania?
I don't have enough fingers, Ben. Okay, Gus, make a wish. That was some blowout. Thanks. So are these. Wow, the new blowout family of games from the Pennsylvania Lottery with big top prizes.
Did someone say blowout?
Keep on stack.
That is why I don't ride elevators anymore. Okay, what's with you today?
By the way, this something I shouldn't have. See the brand new Hyundai Tucson up there?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Jasmine's gonna finish.
Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Use the bathroom really quick. So we'll get ready for the start of period number 2. Coming up in a little bit. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Let me update the all-time Watch with Nordic score sheet here while we got some time. Scott Lawton picks up a goal there for the Los Angeles Kings, making it a 1-0 lead. And that is a big goal there at that. Pretty happy with that period. It was a good period for both sides. Good offensive opportunities as well. I actually enjoyed that period. That was fun. I know there's been some criticism of, the LA Kings being, quote, boring. But regardless of that, I think they're still a fun team to watch. And Scott Lawton picks up another goal here. And this time it's with the Los Angeles Kings. That is his third goal in commentary streams, his first point with the Los Angeles Kings, and a live commentary as well. Good chances, though, for Vancouver regardless of that. They were getting on the offensive side of things as well. I was happy with the way they were playing also. As I update my stats here really quick. Trevor Moore now up to 7 points. Byfield only has 3 points in live commentaries. That's interesting. So again, we'll be live for Philadelphia and Dallas on Sunday night, 7 o'clock p.m. stream time. Start at 6:58. And that is the only game we'll be live for on Sunday night. Should be a fun one. My Flyers against the Stars. I'm looking forward to it. So, one thing that I'm always trying to think of, like, things we can talk about, things we can do in live commentary streams when it's more of a laid-back crowd. Like, for example, like less than 50. Like, we only have 18 people here in this live commentary, and that's not often where streams like this happen. It's common in March where, you know, you have streams that are just kind of I've experienced it before. And then as well as that, too, I mean, again, it's two teams on the Western Conference side of things. One of them's not in the playoffs. The other team is outside of a playoff spot currently. I always think about things we can talk about. Things I can show you guys. Well, I've been going through my hockey card collection recently. I have a big stack here of some valuable cards. A lot of these are young guns. Some of these are numbered jersey cards. Some of them are marquee rookies. Some of them are rookie autos. And I wanted to go through them today. I wanted to show them off to you guys. We can talk about the players in these as well. It's a pretty big pile of guys, so we can go over this list here, have some discussion. And if you guys in the comment section, you guys collect hockey cards, you can talk about it down below as well. So let's go through it here. Again, we got a big stack of young guns / signed cards here. These are the young guns that I think are, like, valuable. They're really good hockey players. They're good players. They're still in the NHL. So, first off is the guy we commentated earlier today. We made a video on him earlier today as well. Juraj Slafkovsky. Ooh, I got to be careful with that glare. Let me make sure this is good. So, Juraj Slafkovsky, young gun there. That's the first one that I got. Slafkovsky, we commentated him earlier today. We actually made a video on him earlier today. He's played very well recently, so he got himself a video there earlier. This is a first-round pick. I also distinguished it by first-round picks. So if they're a first-round pick, they're in this. Young gun for Nolan Allen. Nolan Allen, I don't think he's in the NHL. He's played a couple of NHL games, but I don't know if he's in the NHL currently. Logan Stankoven, no longer with the Dallas Stars. He is now with the Carolina Hurricanes. So Stankoven there is on the list. Here's a cool one. This is a teammates one. It is of Logan Mailloux, who is no longer on the Montreal Canadiens, on St. Louis, and Lane Hudson. I think it's one of those teammate cards they do. I think it's pretty cool. I have like 2 or 3 of those as well. And here's a young gun for Rutger McGroarty, current prospect with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's not too bad. Hasn't played a ton. I need to stream Pittsburgh more. Definitely going to do some more Pittsburgh streams, especially if they end up making the playoffs. We'll definitely stream them more for sure as well. Here's a Outburst young teammates of Young Guns. It's Macklin Celebrini and Will Smith. Best friends there. They love each other. They always talk about how much they love each other. Here's a Young Guns Outburst Josh Doan. Second-round pick there by the Arizona Coyotes. Now currently with the Buffalo Sabres. Put up some good numbers there in Buffalo. Here's a Young Gun. A little bit of a dusty cover here on this card. Young Gun for Dustin Wolf. Goaltender for divisional rival Calgary Flames. Pretty good pull there as well. So got a Dustin Wolf young gun there. Was happy with that one. Matthew Poitras with the Boston Bruins. Trying to do my best so it's not the glare, but also show off the card at the same time. So Poitras Young Gun there. Pretty cool. And then a Young Gun, I forget what these are called. They're like the Young Gun retro or Young Gun throwback for Austin Matthews. I have a couple of other ones too for like Natchez and Konechny, I believe, and McAvoy has one too. But I have the Matthews one here. I thought this one was pretty cool. So Matthews, Young Gun throwback there. Seth Jarvis, Young Gun as well. Jarvis, great player there with the Carolina Hurricanes. Matt Boldy, marquee rookie. So a Boldy marquee rookie here. This is the gold yellow surge or neon yellow surge. There with Boldy and the Minnesota Wild. So there you go. Thank you all for tuning in. A little bit of a filler content here for you guys. This is the stack we've gone through so far. Just to kind of make the intermission go by a little faster. Here's one of my only rookie autos. And it's not a big name guy, but it is a rookie auto regardless of that. Sami Niku of the Winnipeg Jets. So Sami Niku there. Pretty good pick there. I don't believe he's even on Montreal anymore. He was on Winnipeg. He got traded to Montreal. I don't know where he's at now. But anywho. Here is a Mikael Granlund auto as well. This is a O-Pee-Chee Platinum auto. So a signed Mikael Granlund card there when he was with the Nashville Predators. Where's Granlund now? I'm trying to think of where Mikael Granlund's at. He's not on Minnesota. Why am I blanking? I should know this off the top of my head. Where is Granlund? Why am I blanking on this? Anaheim. That's right, Anaheim. Okay. I was like, what was his previous team? He's on Anaheim. Here's a, this one's going to be hard to show because of the glare. But it's an Obsidian Rookies Reed Duke. Reed Duke, I don't believe is in the NHL anymore. This is card number 17 of 99. It's all black. It's all the Obsidian color there. It's Reed Duke. It's hard to see. If I pull it out of the slot, maybe it's easier to see. The glare is horrible on it. Pretty thick card, if you can't tell. One of those thick cards that they have. And then we have a marquee rookie here for Philip Myers. I forget the number on this card. I got to pull it out and see the back here. This is number 45 of 50. Trying to throw it down here real quick. Marquee rookie for Phil Myers. Again, the glare is just terrible on these cards. I apologize, but marquee rookie there for Phil Myers. Then we get into my numbered jersey cards and numbered signed cards. Here is Peter Verana. This is 142 of 1299. Peter Verana, not that well known of a player. If you don't know who Peter Verana is, I don't blame you. I don't really know who he is either. Here's a rookie card, a rookie jersey card of Ville Koistinen. Yeah, Tim, I know. I plays for Anaheim. I was trying to think of it in my head. Koistinen there, Nashville. This is card number 1,308 of 1,599. Sliding out of the big slot it's in here. Here is a rookie card, authentic rookie of Jordan Sigalet. This is card number 64 of 999. No idea who this is, but it's a numbered card. So there you go. We get into my signed cards. These are more recent. It's a Daniel Sedin signed card here. So there you go. This is card number 15 of 150. So pretty cool pull there. It's a MVP card from 2018-19. It was after Sedin's last season in the NHL. Next up then is Anders Lee. Anders Lee there, MVP signed card. This is card number 131 of 150. This is a pretty good one. Carey Price MVP card. This is a MVP watch card from 21-22. It is signed. As you can tell, pretty cool pull here. It is card number 82 of 250. So it's got some value there. Pretty cool pull there of Carey Price. And then 2 more cards here. Ricard Raquel, signed card there, MVP pull as well. This is card number 21 of 150. So there you go, numbered card there for Raquel. And then my last card, I've showed this one before. It is my Andre Vasilevsky signed card, my most valuable card in my collection. It's going for like, I think $1,000 on eBay, I saw. Only 100 of these, 88 of 99. So cool pull there for Vasilevsky. It's an SP Performers. And I will be chasing, trying to get a card like that again for a very long time. Again, we've unboxed plenty of hockey cards here on the channel. Oh, that's why. I'm like, why is this not going on? We've unboxed plenty of cards on the channel here. We've done 2 Unboxed with Nordics. Our next Unboxed with Nordic will come during the Stanley Cup playoffs. And I announced earlier in the season, we are going to be doing them during the off-season. They're going to be like hour-long off-season discussion videos where you guys come on during the summer and we talk about hockey here and there. This is the massive pile of cards that I need to organize in the summer right here. There's my camera. This pile of cards right here is what I got to organize during the summer. So that is a good summer project there, and that leaves us enough time to prepare for the second period coming up in just a moment. I do have this stack of other rookie cards here. They're assorted rookies. They're not all big name rookies. If you guys want me to go through these in the second intermission, comment down below if you want me to go through these in the second intermission. It's a lot of like no-name guys, not guys you'll really know that much. But we can go through them if you guys would like to. Oh, I need a drink of water. 2.5 minutes to go to the second period, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Trying to get to 5,500 subscribers. We are less than 50 subs away. So every subscriber is greatly appreciated. Period number 2 coming up in a minute and a half. Or maybe a little bit less. We'll see. Kings will get a 23-second power play. Whew. Hopefully the second period is closer and more entertaining. All right, second period coming up in just a moment. Trying to update all this stuff here. Alrighty, let's get ready for period number 2 here between the Vancouver Canucks and the Los Angeles Kings here tonight. First period recap. Goals were scored by Scott Laughton in that first period. It was a nice little tip in front. Assisted by Byfield and Moore, making it a 1-0 lead for the Los Angeles Kings after 20 minutes of play. Take a look at your stats through 20 here in Los Angeles. Shots were 15-7 in favor of Los Angeles in that first period. Face-off percentage was 69% in favor of the Kings in that second period as well. Power plays, Kings are 1 for 1 with another power play to go. Vancouver yet to get a power play tonight. Hits are 9-5 in favor of Los Angeles, and block shots are 5-1 in favor of Los Angeles as well. In the box is Drew O'Connor with 23 seconds to go on that Los Angeles power play. Period number 2 between the Los Angeles Kings and the Vancouver Canucks. And we are underway. Faceoff is won then by Vancouver. They'll dump it down low into the Los Angeles zone. Brandt Clark off the boards then for Joel Edmondson. Not a lot of time for the Kings on this power play. Tip back down low into the Vancouver zone. Kopitar to Kempe. Kopitar below the line. Thrown back up top, then Edmondson. Cross ice to Clark. A shot denied by Lankinen. Clark tried to fire that one on. Power play is over. On the right side then to Kopitar. Kopitar over then for Kempe. Up top, Edmondson. Panarin up top to Kopitar. Pass back to Clark. A shot denied. Rebounds in front. And Panarin tried to tuck it there, make it a 2-0 game. He could not convert. Here's Bluger. Backhanded off the boards then. O'Connor battling for it on the right side. Played in front. And a big chance there by Pettersson goes up and out of play with 19:04 to go. And a good walk in there by Marcus Pettersson, nearly making it a tied hockey game, but he sadly could not convert. Face-off coming up now here in the Los Angeles zone following that play. Shots are now 16-7 in favor of Los Angeles. Behind the net then, wraparound chance for Marcus Pettersson is denied. Down low in the corner. LaFerriere grabs it back then for the Kings. 2-on-2 the other way. Moore to Byfield. Shoots it. Saved there by Lankinen. LaFerriere up top to Gavrikov. A shot into the back of the net. And we'll see who got the last one on that play. I meant Mikey Anderson. Sorry, not Gavrikov. Sometimes I make that mistake. And I think Trevor Moore might have got that tip in front. And it is a 2-0 lead for Los Angeles. That did not take that long. Trevor Moore will get his 10th goal of the season. It was deflected off of Moore's stick in front. And Trevor Moore, who is at a bit of a down season in terms of goal scoring, makes it a 2-0 game here for the LA Kings. Assist on that goal from Mikey Anderson and Alex LaFerriere. And it's 2-0 Los Angeles. Face-off here now won by Vancouver at center. Poke checked away then by Scott Laughton. Laughton back over then. Below the line, pass over, broken up. Armia on the right side. Joel Armia battling for that puck. Will throw it down low behind the net then to Dumoulin. Brian Dumoulin trying to dump it down low to the corner. Pettersson battling for it on the right side. Grab back then. Kane shoots it. And into the glove of Kemper. 18:07 left to go here in the second. MLB returns. Blue Jays home opener tomorrow. Or I guess season opener tomorrow against the Oakland Athletics. That should be a fun game. Face-off coming up here now in the Vancouver zone. Ratu versus Byfield. Face-off in the Los Angeles end. It's won back by the Kings. Boyum cleared back to center. LaFerriere carries it into the zone. Drop back to Höglander. LaFerriere a shot, and it's blocked. Canucks will pick it up. They'll carry it through center. Höglander brings it in. Shot goes wide there of Kemper on the right side. Back down low, Doughty Thrown off the boards and back into the Vancouver zone. Kings get back to it first. Byfield back for Hronek. On the right side then Boyum. Off the boards to center. Anderson to Doughty. Drew Doughty chips it off the boards, or at least he tries to. Now Mallet will clear it back down low. Behind the net then Zeev Boyum. Picks it up on the right side. It's cleared back into the Los Angeles zone. Dumoulin. Back to Doughty. Dumoulin. Carried down low. Mallet shot on. Denied there by Lankinen, who will cover up. Some physicality here between these two teams. Some pushing and shoving in front. Thank you all for tuning in. Like the stream down below. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Shots 21-9. Lankinen's had to make some big saves. Lankinen was in net for the previous game against the LA Kings. That game came back in November. It was a 2-1 win for Los Angeles. Panarin, cross-ice pass. Clark, a shot. It goes off of Lankinen, and then the right side, Panarin will clear it back to center. Clark dumps it down low then into the Vancouver zone. Lankinen back over for Marcus Pettersson. Pettersson behind the net then for the Canucks. Down low in his own zone. Pettersson off the boards to DeBrusk. DeBrusk will flick this puck down low into the Los Angeles zone. Edmondson off the boards to Kopitar. Cleared all the way back into the Vancouver zone with 16:22 to go. That'll be an icing. Face off here in the Los Angeles zone. Kopitar wins the draw back to Clark. Cleared back to center. Joseph. Off the boards then through center. Rossi. Back off the boards to Armia. Through to center then. Rossi cross-ice pass to Besser. Besser will dump it down low. Clark. On the right side. Kopitar. Carries it through center then, back over to Clark. Clark to Panarin. Panarin trying to move to center. Pass back over then. Lawton on the right side. Shot on is blocked. Thrown back to center then by Elias Pettersson. Back into the LA zone. It will not be enough for an icing. 15.5 minutes to go in the second. Cleared back down low into the Vancouver end. Kopitar over there then for Lawton. Behind the net. Grab back quickly then. To the point then. Ceci, a shot tipped wide of Lankinen there on the right side. Now Kane will get it back and clear to center. Kings will regroup in their own end. Dumoulin on the right side. Back over then for Ceci. Joseph will clear this one back into the Vancouver zone. Now Byfield battling for with Hronek. Byfield dumps it down low. Laferriere to Moore. He reverse hits Boyum there. Behind the net then. Moore battling for that puck. Takes it down low behind the net then. Pass up top. Shot there from Ceci's denied. Puck will slide back to the bench side. O'Connor will clear this one off the boards and back into the Los Angeles zone. Dumoulin will carry this one through the defensive zone. Cross-ice pass. Bank back into the Vancouver end. Kemper off the boards then to Dumoulin. Back over to Trevor Moore. Laferriere gains the line. Fires it wide of Lankinen. Vancouver trying to clear. Moore to Laferriere. Back over then for Höglander. 3-on-3 the other way. Shot in there on Kemper, who will make the save. Chipped off the boards then Willander. Tried to keep that one in. Sasson off the boards then to Mallet. 3-on-2 developing the other way. LA down the right side battling for that puck. Chipped off the boards. Anderson will dump it around then behind the net. Doughty to Mallet. Mallet will dump it around behind the net then to Hellenius. Hellenius up top. Laferriere, a shot goes wide of Lankinen. Höglander will clear this one back to center. Shots now 22-10 in favor of the LA Kings. Thrown back to center. Höglander off the boards then. Doughty. Cleared back to the right side. Hronek battling for it. Grabbed back then by DeBrusk. Hronek to Carlson. Back over then for Pettersson. Carrying it away then the other way. Jake DeBrusk down the right side. Pass in front. Vancouver cannot tuck it. Here's Panarin with speed the other way. A 2-on-2 developing. Panarin to Kempe. Kempe looks. Waits. He'll backhand that one down low into the corner. Kopitar trying to feed a pass to center there. Carrying it away then is Carlson, who will dump it down low into the LA zone. Joel Armia off the boards then to Brandt Clark. Clark will throw it back down low into the Vancouver end. Behind the net then battling for it, Boyum. Alongside Lawton. Armia is there as well. Trying to throw a good pass in front. It's broken up then. Boyum tries to dump it away. Jabbing at that puck in front of Lankinen. Steve Boyum will try and clear it. It's kept in by Clark. Clark. Right side for Joseph. Down low then Scott Lawton battling for it. Joseph gets it back then for Los Angeles. Joseph dumps it around behind the net then to Laferriere. Alex Laferriere. Below the line. Stolen back then by Vancouver to center. Ogren. 2-on-2. Sasson up top. Besser a shot. He fanned on it. Now Clark is chipped off the boards and back into the Vancouver end for an icing. Shots are 22-9 in favor of the Los Angeles Kings. Physicality definitely a big factor in this one. Not a lot of fights or anything like that, but definitely physicality has mounted itself here. Face off here in the Los Angeles end is won back then by the Kings. Down low, battling for it there is Joseph. On the right side then Evander Kane. Clears it up top to the point. Willander shoots it. Save there in front there by Kemper. Rebounds in the crease. Backhand on is also denied. If that even got on net, I don't even know. Here's Kane. Feeds it up top then to Willander. Willander up top. Höglander. Back over to Kane. Kane to Pettersson. Pettersson then will bank it off the boards and back down low. Stolen back then by the Kings and cleared to center. It'll go wide of Lankinen. Marcus Pettersson behind the net. Stolen back then by the Kings. Moore through center. 2-on-2. Shot blocked. Here's Trevor Moore. Battling for it on the right side. Höglander back over to Byfield. Byfield to Moore. Below the line. Moore feeds it up top to Doughty. A shot. It's blocked in front and could not get the rebound. Here's Willander. Cleared it off the boards and back into the LA zone. And an icing against Vancouver with 10:40 to go in the second period. Just under halfway through the period in the game. Kings leading Vancouver 2-0. Face-off in the Vancouver zone is won back then by the Kings. Behind the net then, with that puck is Panarin. Artemi Panarin down the right side up top. Anderson a shot. It's in the crease there of Lankinen. He bats it away. Grabbed back then on the right side by Doughty. Doughty up top, Panarin. Panarin dekes around Höglander. He'll loop around and throw it back into the corner. Pettersson chipped off the boards to Vancouver now, who breaks it through center. Doughty battling for it then with Höglander. Anderson off the boards to Panarin. Panarin to Kopitar. Kopitar behind the net. Pass over is broken up. And Panarin steals it back. Cross-ice pass for Doughty. Doughty back to Kopitar. Doughty shot. Goes wide of Lankinen. Anderson throws it up top to Doughty. Doughty back to Panarin. Kopitar to Doughty, denied by Lankinen. Doughty at the point to Kempe. Kempe back over to Panarin. The Canucks are being hemmed in their own zone. Willender's been out there for 2.5 minutes. Kopitar on the right side, trying to clear the center. Dumoulin back down low for Doughty. Drew Doughty will clear this one off the boards and back down low now. Moore. Cross ice pass will slide back into the Los Angeles zone. Kemper off the boards then. Laferriere to Byfield comes in. Say rebound in front. How did that stay out? Wow. Here's Quinton Byfield down the right side. Laferriere a shot. And that one's wide as well. Byfield below the line. Quinton Byfield fires it. It goes off the post. Kept in by the Kings regardless. Ceci on the right side. Willender's been out there for 3-11. Here come the Canucks the other way. It's Kane with Hronek. Kane comes in. Try to get the backhand off there. It goes wide. Penalty coming up here now. And it's against the Kings. Vancouver will go to the power play for the first time tonight. Tom Willender was out there for 3.5 minutes. And he gets bailed out. Canucks will go to the power play. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. It's a 2-0 lead for the Los Angeles Kings. Shots are 25-9. Vancouver is going to get their first chance of the night on the man advantage. And it's going to be on Quinton Byfield for hooking. We'll see what that top power play can do. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. We will not be live again till Sunday. Sunday we are doing Flyers and Stars. Should be a pretty good matchup. Flyers racing for a playoff spot. Dallas, one of the best teams in the NHL, trying to clinch that second spot in the Central Division. Now you look at the playoff race. The LA Kings trying to get back into that spot against the Nashville Predators. Preds lost tonight. Kings need to get this win here and get themselves back in the winning column. They lost their last 2 games in overtime. Face-off coming up here now in the Los Angeles zone. It is going to be a Vancouver power play here. Jake DeBrusk at the point, 12 power play goals this season. We'll see what Vancouver can do. Scott Laughton taking the draw there. It'll be against Brock Bess, or not against Bess. It'll be against Pettersson, if I could read. Face-off coming up now is won back by Vancouver. Up top. Down low below the line then. Besser pass over to Pettersson. It goes through his legs. Bank back down low. Pettersson up top. Hronek. Right side Rossi to Hronek. Canucks power play. 20th in the NHL. Pettersson on the right side. Banks it down low then to DeBrusk. DeBrusk up top. Pettersson shoots it. It goes off of Kemper and wide. Canucks are still looking for their 10th shot of the game. Vancouver will clear it to, or LA will clear it to center. 8 minutes to go here in the second period. Chipped off the boards and back down low to the Los Angeles end. Laferriere back to center. Pettersson will deke this one through center. Pettersson looking for options, trying to throw a pass back then to Moore, stolen back by Laferriere, and banked back to center. Racing forward speed is Moore. Moore short-handed, save by Lankinen. Rebound was there. And what a stop by Kevin Lankinen. to keep it a 2-0 game. Trevor Moore looking for his second goal of the night. He could not get it. And there's another great opportunity there for Trevor Moore, who gets around the defense. Face-off coming up here now in the Vancouver zone. 1 minute to go on their power play. They're halfway done. Shots are 26-10. It's been a very lopsided game. Face-off. Cleared back then by Vancouver. DeBrusk. Off the boards then, down low for Willander. Willander over then for DeBrusk. DeBrusk. Back over then. And dump back down low into the LA zone. Kane. To Willander. Banked around then behind the net on the right side for Vancouver. Below the line. Pass in front. And just wide there is Höglander. Carlson. Down low in the corner. Kane. Intercepted pass there. Armia will get it back to center. Here he comes now shorthanded. Armia will flick it in there on Lankinen and makes the save. Now Willander on the right side will drop it back for Boyum. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Shots are a lopsided 27-10. Canucks moving through center. O'Connor. Chip back to center. It's grabbed back then by Marcus Pettersson. Power play will wind down. Kings get it back in their own end. CC will chip it off the boards and back into the Vancouver zone. Byfield out of the box. Battling for that puck. Moore. Down low to Byfield. Byfield pass in front. Deflects up in the air. Battling for them on the right side. LaFerriere. Pass down low. Byfield a shot. And it goes just wide. It goes off of Trevor Moore, who looks like he's slow to get out. Byfield a shot again. Is blocked. And cleared to center. Racing forward with speed then is Bluger. He'll get there. Bluger pass down low. Byfield breaks it up. And cleared back down low. Here's Panarin on a breakaway. He'll fire it on Lankinen. Big save there. Grabbed back by Pettersson behind the net. Then and cleared. Back into the LA zone. Icing. Oh, man. Plenty of chances there on both sides. 5:55 to go in the second. Just physicality from both sides. Offensive opportunity from both sides. Face-off won by the Kings. Chipped wide of Lankinen. Here come the Canucks through center. Ogren into the zone. Shoots it. It's gloved by Kemper, who hasn't faced a lot of action tonight, but the shots he has, he's made the saves. 28-11 are the shots on goal. 5:42 to go in the second. Kings are up 2-0 on Vancouver. Thank you all for tuning in. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. Let's take a look at the goaltender stats here between these two goaltenders. Starting off with Darcy Kemper, 11 saves and 11 shots. He's been perfect so far. And Kevin Lankinen, 26 saves on 28 shots. He has a respectable .929 save percentage here tonight for the Vancouver Canucks. You take a look at the other scores around the NHL. There's currently 4 other games going on, I believe. 3 other games going on. This is not loading. This is not the right scores. Do I think Adrian Kempe can get 3 shots on goal and a point? Yes. Kempe currently already, he does not have a shot yet. It might be a little bit hard to do at this stage in the game, but we'll see. He can get a point, though. Yeah, 3 other games going on. Oilers and Golden Knights, Ducks and Flames, Caps and Mammoth. Caps and Mammoth, Caps and Mammoth, too. Oilers and Knights would have been a good one to do, but I already did that this year. I wanted to do something different. Wanted to do a different matchup. And I'm all right with it. That's fine with me. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. Shots are 28-11 here in favor of Los Angeles. Face-off coming up in the LA Kings zone. They're going to try this face-off like 40 times before they get it right finally. Face-off won by the Kings. It's cleared all the way back into the Vancouver zone. Icing off that draw there against Los Angeles. They couldn't get there in time. It'll go back into the LA zone. Again, Darcy Kemper only facing 11 shots tonight. Kevin Lankinen, I'm sure he's used to it, but he's had to face a lot of hardware tonight. Almost 30 shots through 40 minutes of play. Face-off won by the Kings. They will clear it down the other way. Is this an icing too? Yes, it is. So if we could just get on with the playing here, I'd like to get done with this game. Instead of just icings every single time. Whatever. Face-off in the Los Angeles zone now. It'll be Scott Laughton versus Ratu. Interesting to see some of the younger guys in Vancouver. Marco Rossi, Zeev Boyum, Liam Ogren, Atsu Ratu. I want them to call up some other young guys too. Here's Kemper now in his own zone. We'll play this one off the boards for Armia. Through center then. Battling for on the right side, Joseph. Back down low then for Filip Hronek. Hronek will drop it back then for Boyum. Zeev Boyum carries it through center. Chipped off the boards, back down low. Rossi battling for it on the right side then. Cleared all the way back into the Vancouver zone. Hronek gets it back then for Vancouver. Filip Hronek will look for options. Chipped off the boards and back into the LA end. Kemper back over to Edmondson. Edmondson will clear this one all the way back down in there on Lankinen, who will play it away then for Pettersson. Again, Lankinen and Kemper both playing their 10th live commentary streams tonight. Fun little stats to follow there. Pettersson battling forward with Kempe on the right side. Bluger below the line. Chip back up to the point. Clark back down low then to the corner. Panarin over then for Carlson. Linus Carlson will carry this one down the right side, battling for it then with Kopitar. Clark with 4 minutes to go in the second. Bluger up top. Joseph. Puck goes up in the air then. Clark trying to get it back then for the Kings. Kopitar in the corner as well. Brandt Clark battling for it on the right side. Puck slides back to center. Pettersson now regroups in his own end, back over to Willander. Chipped off the boards and back into the LA zone. Byfield for Clark. Back over then to LaFerriere. Chipped off the boards behind the net then for Edmondson. Joel Edmondson trying to get it back to center. Picked back up then by Pettersson. Pettersson through his legs, comes in, looks for options. Backhand pass over is blocked. LA will get it back, and they will clear to center. LaFerriere chips it off the boards. Kings will bring it into the zone. They'll dump it back around behind the net then. Byfield below the line then for Hronek. Moore pass in front. Kane will steal it back for Vancouver. It slides back to center. Trevor Moore getting that puck back then for the Los Angeles Kings. It's cleared back down low then. And a pass in front there for Lennius. Chance there by Wright. Goes above Lankinen, who nearly had his first NHL goal. Doughty up top then to Anderson. Shoots it on. It's wide right in front. Couldn't get it back. Doughty at the point. On the right side then. Doughty up top. Lennius shot on. Goes wide. Battling for it then in the corner. Right. Back up top then for Hellenius. Hellenius over then for Anderson. Anderson to Doughty. Doughty. Backhanded off the boards then and down low into the Vancouver zone. Hronek battling forward with Wright. Laughton to Wright. Wright trying to clear. Ratu battling forward as well. Wright trying to get a shot in front there. Yet to score his first NHL goal. Shot from Dumoulin goes wide. Another 2-minute shift from Willander. Besser on the right side then for Ratu. Ratu down low then for Hronek. Hronek holds it down low then in the Vancouver end as time winds down in period number 2. Hronek through center. Off the boards then for Rossi. Broken up then by the Kings. Dumoulin Back over to Scott Laughton, who will throw it up in the air. It goes into the glove of Kevin Lankinen, forcing a whistle with 1:33 to go in period number 2. Some good chances from that Kings third line. Kevin Lankinen forced to make some big saves yet again. Still a 2-0 lead for Los Angeles in the second period. Again, everyone, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary. Can Kopitar and Kemper get a point? Or Kempe get a point? Yes. They definitely still can. 1:33 to go in the second period, though. There's still one more period to play. So on that goal from Trevor Moore was Mikey Anderson and Alex Laferriere, who picked up the assist for the Kings. And they have a 2-0 lead here through about 39 minutes of play. Oh, tired. A little tired. Thank you all for the support on the previous stream. Montreal versus Columbus got over 5,000 views. Something to be very happy with there for sure. Again, obviously this stream hasn't been as good, but that's okay. We do these commentaries for all 32 teams for the pure enjoyment, not the views. As well as we do it for the practice of me trying to practice my voice and stuff and practice my craft. Face off here in the Vancouver zone. Blueger versus Kopitar. Shots are 30-11 in favor of Los Angeles. Face off won by the Kings. Clark to Panarin. Panarin trying to throw that one down low. Blueger battling for it. Panarin is there as well. Kopitar. Back over then for Pettersson. Kempe down low. Kopitar jabbing at that puck. Puck is being held up against the boards there down low. Finally, it does come free. DeBrusk through center. Pass back over then for Blueger. Blueger into the zone. Then DeBrusk come in front. Saved there by Kemper. Kopitar back over then for Panarin. Last minute of play here in the second period. Blueger back over to DeBrusk. DeBrusk pass over. Carlson can't tuck it. It's cleared back to center. Kempe back over then on the right side. Stolen back then by Vancouver once again. Pettersson over to DeBrusk. 2-on-1 developing here is Panarin and Byfield. Panarin comes in. Backhand there. He scores! Artemi Panarin beats Lankinen there on the sweet side. And it is 3-0 Los Angeles. Artemi Panarin picks up the third goal of the game. That'll be his, if it wants to load up, it'll be his 26th goal of the season overall. I believe we're going to see an assist for Anderson with 37 seconds to go on the clock. And Kempe picks up an assist. So for those who are betting that wanted Kempe to get a point, ask and you shall receive. He picks up an assist on that goal. Here's Moore back to Byfield, broken up then by the Vancouver Canucks through center. Kane chipped off the boards to center. Pettersson battling for it on the right side. Back down low. Kane battling for it. 10 seconds to play. Laferriere on the right side then. Grabbed back by Pettersson, trying to dump that one down low. And that will pretty much do it here for period number 2. End of 40 here in Vancouver. Trevor Moore and Artemi Panarin picked up the goals for the Kings. It is a 3-0 lead for Los Angeles after 40 minutes of play. Kopitar did not get a point on that goal, no, but Kempe did. So another period coming up here in just a moment. But that being said, folks, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Do what you got to do. We will be back for period number 3 momentarily. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I will be right back. Let me just update the shots real quick. Shots were 31-12 through 40 minutes of play.
Okay, Gus, make a wish. That was some blowout. Thanks. So are these. Wow, the new blowout family of games from the Pennsylvania lottery with big top prizes. Did someone say blowout? Keep on, Scott.
There's work in it, and then there's growing a business with business platform. There's nothing like having the spending capacity to help keep your business booming. Nothing like being able to work here, and here.
Alrighty, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys. Had to use the bathroom there really quick. It's a 3-0 lead for the Los Angeles Kings. After 40 minutes of play, Trevor Moore and Artemi Panarin pick up the goals. So, give me a moment to update that. So, Trevor Moore with a multi-point game after 40 minutes of play. He picks up a goal and an assist. So, good production there from Trevor Moore in this one tonight. And then Panarin gets himself on the board. Kempe with a primary assist. Again, this is a game for the Kings you need to win. Nashville lost tonight. So if you can win this one tonight, you're a point back of the Preds. I'm not sure of the games in hand. I'll check there in a second. Unless if this is incorrect, I think they would have the same amount of games played after that amount of time. Just looking at it here. Yep, that's correct. So they would have the same amount of games played. I didn't realize the Sharks have fallen out of things so much. 2-6-2 in their last 10. They're 6 points back. Oh, it might be over for San Jose. But I think I looked at my schedule. We're streaming San Jose next week. Then we're streaming them like 2 more times after that. We're streaming the Sharks so many times over the next couple of weeks. Like, it's not even funny how many times we're streaming them. So, anyway, I got some stats to go over here. We'll go over, I want to look at the AHL. I want to look at these guys' AHL teams because Vancouver, all you're looking at is the future. And we'll talk about their AHL guys here in a second. So, give me a moment to update the stats. And then we'll talk about their guys in the American Hockey League.
3-0 Kings through 2 periods of play. Jason Bukovic, Carolyn Cameron back with you on a very busy night in the NHL. Every night, it seems, in the NHL, there's playoff positioning. Moving in the standings every night is critical for so many. So let's take you through the highlights, beginning with the
Mikey Anderson with an assist there as well on that goal.
Oilers 1 point up on Vegas.
1-4-5 there for the Kings.
Second of the game ties it at 2.
LaFerriere also with goals as well.
Look at this takeaway.
Up to 3 points now.
30th of the year.
Not a lot of offense for these guys. And then Panarin picks up his 5th goal in a commentary stream. He's up to 8 points. His second goal as a King. And then Kempe gets on the board as well. 4-10-14. 6-11-17. Updating it, the all-time score sheet. So I talked about Kevin Lankinen and Darcy Kemper both playing in their 10th live commentary streams tonight. Both goalies have played well, regardless of how Lankinen's stats look. He's played very well tonight in this game. I wanted to go over the other goaltenders who have over 10 games played in Watch with Nordic History, as I keep organizing this the wrong way. There we go. All right. So there has been a total of 14 goaltenders who have played more than 10 games or more in live commentary. So we'll go over all those goalies here right now. Sergei Bobrovsky and Connor Hellebuck are tied for the most games played by a single goaltender in Watch with Nordic history. Now, these numbers, these stats will be broken in the Stanley Cup playoffs this year because Bobrovsky and Hellebuck are most likely not going to be in the playoffs this year. So it looks like those stats will be broken eventually here as well. Stuart Skinner is number 3 on that list with 15. We have not commentated Skinner since October. So it's been a while since we've commentated Skinner in the LA Kings. It's been a little bit. So Aiden Hill is number 4 on that list with 14 games commentated. We've commentated him plenty of times with the Vegas Golden Knights. A frustrating guy to commentate there, I have to say. Jordan Bennington's number 5. He's had 13 commentaries, some Olympic commentaries in there as well. We are live streaming the St. Louis Blues soon, so there's a chance that Bennington could get his 14th game. Philip Gustafson with 11 games commentated. Fun fact about Philip Gustafson, he has the best stats of any Watch with Nordic goaltender with 10 or more games played. He has a .925 save percentage in 11 live commentaries. He is nuts when I stream him. He is awesome when I live stream him. Jake Ottinger, 11 commentaries. He has a .910. He's a very good goalie when we live stream him, and a very good goalie overall, honestly. The 2 Maple Leaf goaltenders, Anthony Stolarz and Joseph Woll, both at 11 live streams combined. That includes games in relief as well. I should factor that in. That includes reliefs as well. Stolarz, 893. Woll, 891. And then the other goalies with only 10 games played. Andrei Vasilevsky has a .911 save percentage when we live stream him. I love streaming Vazzy. He's so much fun to commentate. Andrei Vasilevsky is there Mackenzie Blackwood. I said Vazzy twice. Blackwood is there as well with 10, a .910 save percentage. And then you have Darcy Kemper with 10 as well. Linus Ullmark also has 10. And then, of course, Kevin Lankinen rounds out those 14 goalies with 10 games commentated. A couple of goalies who are close to getting to 10 commentaries all time in Watch with Nordic history. Jacob Markstrom with the Devils. Probably won't see him again this year unless we do another Devils stream. Logan Thompson for Washington. Probably won't see him again either. And then Freddie Anderson. Maybe we'll see Freddie in a commentary later on. And then later on after that is like Dustin Wolf, Philip Grubauer, Cam Talbot, Lucas Dostal, Jeremy Swayman, Charlie Lindgren, Calvin Pickard, and Sam Montembeault, all with 7 commentaries. Can Washington make the playoffs? Yes and no. Washington is currently in a spot where they're below the playoff line by a pretty significant amount. They're below the playoff line by 8 points. So the odds are not really in their favor, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We will see what happens there, of course. But yeah, it's unlikely for the Caps. They're 8 points back with like less than 10 games to go. So I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh my gosh.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. Because gas or battery, your local Ace is the destination with the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, Craftsman, and Toro. And with free assembly and delivery, or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes. Conquering your outdoor projects has never been easier. Around the block, what you need in stock. With service so good, it's guaranteed. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. All you gotta do is go, what's that?
They're smashing the Mammoth. Well, they're not the Coyotes anymore. They're the Mammoth. Are they beating the Mammoth? What's the score of that game? It's 5-4. It's not that crazy. They're beating them, though, yeah. They are beating them.
Save on food towards the prize for every Canucks goal. They're not done there. Awarding groceries for you every time a Canucks player scores a hat trick. 4 goals by a single player wins that lucky customer groceries for life. And as always, 5 goals means we have $1 million winner. You're entered into the contest each and every time you use your More Rewards card at checkout. So get in the game. Shop safe on foods today. Welcome back to Rogers Arena. 3-0 Kings after 2. Tyson Barrie, Landon Ferraro joining up here in the Rogers Studio Lounge. And we've heard time and time again the head coach talk about trying to keep the shift short.
Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the commentary.
I have PTSD, maybe flashbacks of getting hemmed in by the Kings, but you know, your shift starts creeping over a minute and a half. You're thinking, I got to get off. He finished, I think, at 3.5 minutes on this one. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, this is it's the fastest game in the world, and you're playing against, you know, some great players. You're playing at such high intensity. Next thing you know, you're 3 minutes into your shift. You got the snorkel out. You're just surviving. So you see him come off and get frustrated, and I don't know if that was maybe with himself with the icing or maybe with his forwards turning it over, but either way, good on him. Great job competing, getting out of it, and they draw a penalty at the end of it. So nice to get out of that one, I'm sure.
The fact that the puck kept coming back to where he was too, right? It's amazing how when something like this happens, a shift like this, the puck will always keep finding you, and you got to figure it out. And you can see him here struggling to stay upright, but he stays with it. He's able to do it, and he lets a bit of steam off. I like that he saved his stick, though. He didn't realize you don't want to blow the stick bunch, so go for your hand instead.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Oh, it's 6-4? Oh, yeah, my clock, I think, was a little bit behind. My bad. All right, so we got about 5.5 minutes to go here until period number 3. Coming up in just a moment.
It's impossible to get through that.
So not a lot of fun there for Villander, but he was having some fun earlier this week. It was after a practice. Tyson Cole caught it on video. Tyson, of course, with
Oh, my gosh.
and I think this is
I am tired.
trying to create some fun
A
around
bit tired, I'm not going to lie.
Exactly, right? Like, look at this. You have 3 20-year-old kids that are so excited to be in the NHL. They're having their opportunity. They make it through practice. They do their extra stuff. Well, why don't we work on some fighting? You know, for Elias Pettersson, sure, that might come in a little bit. You're probably hoping that Bouillon and Villander aren't dropping a ton, but they're starting, you know, they talk so much about the vibes changing in the room and everything like that. This is, so much as this looks like nothing, it means a lot. Like, the guys are having fun together. They're not choosing to practice ends, get off the ice, do their workout, and leave. Like, they're hanging out together. They're building camaraderie. It all builds something.
Yeah, and they probably saw what the Leafs went through and the backlash they took when, you know, guys were accused of not getting in there quick enough. So it's nice to, you know what you're doing and practice a little bit and get a feel for, you know, wrestling a guy and sticking up for your teammates. And it's the culture, right? They're having fun with it. And then, you know what? Someone gets buried from behind, those guys will be right in there.
But if you can create an environment where guys want to stick around and hang around each other and be around each other, that's the best way to create that culture.
It's the best. That's where you make lifelong friends, and that's where you go to war for each other, and you win games. So I think it's great to see.
Oh, my God.
Difference of, I mean,
Shirlyak, $20 donation. Wow. Thank you so much. Holy crap, I was just looking at my phone here for a little bit. Thank you so much. Holy crap, $20. Shout out to you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Wow, I wasn't expecting to come back to that. Oh, my goodness.
you're gonna go protect your buddy. It's important that all that first stuff starts, though.
It's good to see some good video caught there by Tyson. The Canucks are hoping for some good things.
All right, 3 minutes to go here till period number 3
Kings up 3-0.
between the Canucks and the Kings
This one.
here
Back from break.
live from Vancouver.
Make an easy switch to gun credit union. What if you
keep the focus where it should be, on you. At Diamond, we connect your business to a more personalized, dedicated approach than what traditional banks can offer. We meet you where you are, right inside your community, where we've been serving our members since 1947. We're working together and growing together. Where ambition meets intuition, and we're best in class meets best in community. That's unity. That's Diamond Credit Union.
So how old is the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania?
I don't have enough fingers, Ben.
Okay, Gus, make a wish. That was so bland.
Thanks. So are these.
Wow, the new blowout family of games from the Pennsylvania Lottery with
Oh my gosh. Do I think Vancouver will score? I don't know. Kemper's played really well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kemper has played very, very well. We'll see. Thank you for the 20, though. I appreciate that. Third period coming up here in about a minute and a half or so. I appreciate all you guys being here in the stream. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe down below if you're new. Oh my gosh.
Every rep, every shift. No shortcuts, just every day. Mentally, physically, emotionally. From the gym to the ice. Time to lock in. When hits meet handshakes and training meets tradition. Noble, official training shoe of the NHL.
Alec Boehm suing his parents is crazy. Alrighty, everyone, let's get ready for the start of period number 3 here between the Vancouver Canucks and the Los Angeles Kings here tonight. Second period recap. The goals were scored by Trevor Moore and Artemi Panarin, making it a 3-0 lead for Los Angeles. After 40 minutes of play, you take a look at your stats through 40. Shots were 32-12 in favor of the Kings. Face-off percentage was 75% in favor of Los Angeles. Power plays, LA 1 for 2, Vancouver 0 for 1. Hits were 14-10, and block shots were 10-7 in favor of Vancouver. Here we go. Period number 3 between the Kings and the Canucks. And we are underway. Face-off is won back then by the Los Angeles Kings. LaFerriere back into the Montreal zone. Hronek battling for it then with Lankinen. Puck is cleared back to center. Down low then, back into the Los Angeles zone. Doughty will pick this puck back up here for the Kings. On the right side, Carlson. Pass down low to Bluger. Cannot get a shot on there. Byfield. Bank back down low then into the Vancouver zone. Carlson up top. Puck is cleared all the way back into the Vancouver end. Hronek will move this one through center. Off the boards to O'Connor. Kane backhands it down low then to Pettersson. On the right side, Kopitar to Panarin. Back over to Kempe. Kempe loops it around. Kempe shoots it, and it goes wide there of Lankinen. That nearly came off its hinges. Panarin back over then for Edmondson. Intercepted. Clark on the right side. Played back down low then into the corner. Puck will go wide of Kemper. And back to center. Marcus Pettersson will regroup with it now. Down low, basically it's center ice actually, if I correct myself. Besser Battling for it then on the right side. Played back into the Vancouver end. Pettersson. Chipped off the boards and back to center. Besser will dump it down low into the Los Angeles end. Armia grabs it back down low. Vancouver trying to clear that puck. Ceci on the right side then for Joseph. Thrown back to center. Clark battling for it then with Joseph. It's cleared back into the Vancouver end furthermore. Here's Yves Boyum. Boyum down the right side. Carries it into the zone. Boyum. Wide of Mallet. Below the line then up top to Joseph. Joseph clears it down low then behind the Kings net. Höglander shoots it. Saved by Kemper. Rebound was in the crease. But Kemper gets the cover. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. Kemper 8-2-1 with a 212 and a 931 in Rogers Arena. He does very well against Vancouver. Moore. Back over then to DeBrusk. Jake DeBrusk will carry it around behind the net. Then he was the third string for Team Canada in the Winter Olympics. Bluger thrown to center. Laferriere will clear it back down the other way. Pettersson battling for it then with Moore. Elias Pettersson will drop it back to Philip Hronek. Hronek holds it now at the line. Hronek will regroup here in his own end. Played back down low then. Pettersson cross-ice pass off the boards to Hronek. Stolen back then by Trevor Moore, who will flip it down low into the Vancouver end. Hronek off the boards to Pettersson. Elias Pettersson, the defenseman that is, down low behind the net then. Pettersson will feed a pass through center. Down low then Anze Kopitar. Battling for that puck on the right side. Below the line then, Brandt Clark. Chipped off the boards to center. Höglander off the boards to Kopitar. Kopitar waiting for his team to get on sides. Forced back further into his own zone. Panarin back to Kempe. Back to Panarin. Up top, Clark. Clark, pass down low, chipped away. And Vancouver will clear it to center. Pettersson, back over then for O'Connor. O'Connor down low to Kane. Kane shut on there, saved by Kemper. Kopitar, behind the net. Edmondson battling for it. Pettersson, below the line, up top then. As Marcus Pettersson was intercepted off that puck. 4 minutes gone here in this third period. Puck is cleared back into the Canucks end. Yves Boyum gets it back then for Vancouver. Now battling for it on the right side. Not a lot of offensive zone time for Vancouver. They've had little to none at that. It's been mainly in their own zone they've been battling for, hence why there's been a couple of times tonight where they've been hemmed in their own zone. And Willander spending a lot of time out there. Besser battling for it with Dumoulin. Ceci back to Armia. Up top, Rossi battling for it then with Joseph on the right side. Ceci trying to get it free. With speed, Joseph carries it down the right side. Stolen off the boards then. Rossi will grab it down low then for Vancouver. Now Joseph off the boards through center. Sasson down the right side. Carries it behind the net. Max Sasson kind of loses the puck there a little bit as forced back to center. He'll get it back for Vancouver. Höglander chips it off the board. Sasson trying to poke check it away. Höglander gets it back down low. Up top, Pettersson shoots it. And that one goes wide. Hronek back up top. Fed back up to the point then. Ratu, a shot goes wide of Kemper. Hronek below the line then to Doughty. Doughty battling for that puck. Shot on. Does not get there all the way. Hellenius fighting for it in the corner then with Doughty. Höglander behind the net. will battle for it here on the right side with Ratu. Ratu down low to Max Hassan. Back over then to Elias Pettersson. Vancouver just cycling the puck around the Kings or holding them from getting any opportunities. Ratu up top. Hronek a shot. He fans on that puck. Try to get the rebound off there. Banked off the boards, then back to DeBrusk. DeBrusk to Hronek. Broken up then by the Kings, and Mallet will gain the line and clear it back down low into the Vancouver zone furthermore. DeBrusk dumps it down low then into the LA zone. Kemper nearly with a dang it there down low in the corner. DeBrusk comes in, fires it goes up in the air and stays in play. Bluger behind the net then. And fed up top. Willander shoots it. That one goes wide. DeBrusk there with a rebound. Couldn't get it on. Here's Trevor Moore. Backhanded this one off the boards to center. Vancouver regroups with that puck on the right side. It is now midnight here on the East Coast. Kopitar on the right side with Panarin. Panarin down low then for Clark. Doughty carries it through center. Back over then to Brandt Clark. Clark for Doughty. To Kopitar. Back over then for Kempe. Down low Clark. Chipped off the boards then now. Here's Kopitar. A shot denied by Lankinen. And grabbed back quickly by Elias Pettersson, who will backhand it down low into the LA zone. Doughty battling for it there. Kempe gets it back then for Los Angeles. Thrown back to center. Pettersson. Pass back over then quickly for O'Connor. Down low, Kopitar battling for it. In front, St. Pettersson rebounds there, and Boyum fired it just wide. Elias Pettersson passed to Boyum, a shot saved by Kemper. Rebound was there in front. Kane to Joseph. Boyum shoots it. It goes up in the air and wide. Los Angeles gets it back. They will clear it to center. There's another shot there for the Canucks. The Kings have limited them from getting really anything. They've pressured in the offensive zone, but it's like they're not getting shots on. Like they're just like skating it around. Joseph trying to clear to center. Here in the LA zone, Ogren. Off the boards on the right side, then up top, Rossi. Rossi. Bank back to center as Elias Pettersson is forced back into the Vancouver zone. Armia loses his stick. And delayed penalty coming up here. It's against the Kings. Vancouver will get their second power play of the game with 11:11 to go. Second power play of the game tonight. This one will be against Armia. And Vancouver will have a chance to convert on the power play or try to. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary stream. I have no idea what I'm going to make a video on tomorrow. We have our top 10 wingers releasing tomorrow, but in terms of shorts, you guys know I like to talk about some singular players and other team content and shorts. I don't know what to discuss. We'll see. Scrolling on Twitter here really quick. Oh.
As you can see, he's trying to wristed. It goes off the bottom of the stick. All the up ice pressure, and that's the penalty that gets called against the Kings. Canucks were in the offensive zone.
Power play coming up here for the Los Angeles Kings, or the Vancouver Canucks, sorry. Joel Armia in the penalty box. Face-off coming up now in the Los Angeles zone. It's one back by Vancouver. Hronek will backhand it down low to Rossi. Rossi on the right side, looks for options. 11 minutes to go in the third. Down low, Besser. Pass goes up in the air and back to center. Filip Hronek holds it down low now in the Vancouver end. Hronek looks for options, gives it back then to Besser. Besser over then for Pettersson, who dekes into the zone. Pettersson plays it up top. Poke checked away there by Byfield. All the way back to center. Vancouver will regroup. Shots are 33-13 in favor of the LA Kings. Pettersson through center. Chips it off the boards back down low. Doughty battling for it as well. Moore also fighting for it. Rossi back down low then in the corner. Puck will slide all the way back into the Vancouver zone as we cross over the halfway mark of the period and the power play. Hronek to O'Connor. Stolen back by Doughty, trying to backhand that one off the boards. O'Connor back down low behind the net then. Doughty battling for it below the line then. Kane feeds it up top. Thrown back to center. Zeev Boyum regroups with that puck. Back down low then for O'Connor, who will clear it down low. Boyum backhands it into the LA end furthermore. Doughty will throw it to center. 2-on-1 here shorthanded. LaFerriere with Byfield. Pass over is not a good one. And Byfield cannot get that puck. 10 seconds to go in the Vancouver power play. Boyum to Carlson. Back over to Kane. Pass up top then to Boyum. Boyum battling for it then with Ceci on the right side. Lawton will clear to center. Armia nearly got sent on a 1-on-0 breakaway. Puck slides in on Lankinen. He opts to make the save. And cover. Puck was dumped in there from center ice. Ovechkin with a hat trick. That's cool. Granlund had a hat trick too. Haven't seen a hat trick since January in a live commentary. I doubt we'll see one tonight. Face off in the Vancouver end. Power play is over for the Canucks. A disappointing power play once again. That's been the story of the power play for most of the season. Behind the net then, Panarin grabs it back for Los Angeles. Panarin already with a goal tonight. Up top, Dumoulin to Clark. Clark shoots it. Saved by Lankinen through the traffic. Panarin battling forward then with O'Connor. Shot on is wide. Grab back then on the right side by Carlson. Linus Carlson chips it back to center. Bluger attempts to flick it down low. 8.5 minutes to go here in the third period. Shots are 34-13. Kempe to Kopitar. Cleared back down low into the corner. Panarin back on the right side, battling for it then with Bluger. Backhanded all the way back into the Los Angeles end. Anderson to Doughty. Kopitar right side to Anderson. Will clear this one to center off the boards. Kopitar will fire it in there on Lankinen, who makes the save. 8:02 left to go here in this third period. And I think we have another power play coming up. And this time it might be in favor of the Kings. I'm not exactly sure. I may have misheard what is happening. It's likely that I did. It really wouldn't surprise me. I think I did. I don't think it's a power play coming up. We'll see. We'll see. Probably wrong.
So how old is
the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania?
I don't have enough fingers, Ben.
Okay, Gus, make a wish. That was so blowout.
Thanks. So are these.
Wow, the new blowout family of games from the Pennsylvania Lottery with big top prizes.
Did someone say blowout? Keep on stack.
I'll be right up to tuck you in. Okay.
Leah has unsure lawyer. She's gone to great lengths to protect her home, so she never has to deal with her insurance. She should have NJM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders.
Mom, where's Dad?
This period.
Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. 8 minutes to go here in the third period.
Life's better the more we get together.
Hit the road with Toyota. Get a Toyota on the road contest for your chance to win the ultimate hockey getaway. A trip to Edmonton to watch your Canucks take on the Oilers, plus a scenic road trip to beautiful Jasper for a 2-night stay. Don't miss out. Enter now Canucks.com/Toyota on the road.
Face-off coming up here now in the Vancouver zone. No power play. I must have misheard. Apologies. Face-off one back then by the Kings. Doughty a shot on. Saved by Lankinen. Rebound is covered up. And an easy save there at that. That is the 36th shot on goal there for the Los Angeles Kings. Kevin Lankinen, 36 saves tonight. He has played very well in light of that. .917 save percentage for Lankinen. Kemper obviously the perfect one. Face off here now in the Vancouver zone. Byfield taking the draw then will win it back. Doughty shoots it wide of Lankinen. Now DeBrusk will backhand this one to center. Doughty on the right side. Regroups back down low. Anderson here for Los Angeles. Kings go off sides. Vancouver will regroup on their own end. Hronek to Pettersson. Off the boards then for Carlson, who will flip it down low then into the LA zone. Doughty off the boards. Hronek down low then to Anderson. Anderson battling with Carlson. Time winding down here in the third. Doughty behind the net. Chipped off the boards then back for Moore. Moore will poke check it up top. Vancouver trying to get it back. Kings take it through center. 3-on-2. Byfield to Moore. To Byfield. To Moore in front. Denied by Lankinen. An easy save there. And it's back to center. Höglander will backhand it down low then for Boyum, who comes into the zone. Boyum back to Ratu. Ratu behind the net. Over then for Armia behind the net. Poke checks it all the way back to center. Canucks get it back. Boyum loops around. Ratu through the zone. Höglander down low below the line. Canucks only with 13 shots. Joseph a shot saved. That rebound's in front. And it's both denied by Darcy Kemper. Some good saves there for Kemper, who hasn't faced a lot of action, but he comes up huge on those two chances. Kemper's been watching Lankinen make all the saves, and he said, you know what, I'd rather do that myself. Face-off coming up in the Los Angeles zone. Byfield versus Carlson. Face-off one back then by the Kings. Doughty behind the net then. Drew Doughty now on the right side on the Los Angeles zone. Will throw this one back into the Vancouver end. Byfield pass in front there to Trevor Moore. Could not convert. Rossi clears it back into the Los Angeles end. Anderson behind the net back over to Doughty. Doughty battling for it then on the right side. It's cleared back to center. Hronek over then for Willander. Into the zone. Besser will carry it in down low. Vancouver trying to handle that puck. Pettersson cleared back down low into the LA zone. Face-off covered up there by Kemper, who will make the save. And we'll get into the face-off with 5:36 to go here in the third period. Probably the last time we'll go to commercial break. Canucks fans having fun. There's the wave going on. It's the best you can do with a game going as bad as this one is right now. So I guess you'll take what you can get. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Subscribe down below if you're new. Like the stream as well. It helps out with the engagement, brings more people into the wonderful commentary. So again, we will not be live tomorrow. We will be live on Sunday night for Flyers and Stars. That is our next commentary coming up. Three 3-0 lead here for the Los Angeles Kings. Late in this third period, 5:36 to go. Shots are 37-15 in favor of the Kings. Kings are nearly having 2 times the shots as Vancouver is. They have over 20 more, 22 more to be exact. Kemper has been perfect so far. Lankinen's done good. He's made some great saves. Shots are actually 38-15 as I correct myself. Face off in the LA zone. Pettersson takes the draw. Lankinen's going to go to the bench. Empty net here for the Vancouver Canucks. I mean, why not? 5:36 to go. Might as well try and get that extra attacker out there on the ice. And see if you can defy the odds. Boyum on the right side. It's thrown back to center. Grabbed back then by Hronek. I mean, hey, I respect it. You're dead last in the NHL. You have nothing to lose. Pettersson. Back to Besser. A shot. It's blocked. Thrown back to center. Trevor Moore racing for that puck with speed. Off the boards then for Hronek. Hronek regroups in the Vancouver zone. Boyum will dump it down low. O'Connor. Back over to Rossi. 5 minutes to go in the third period. Boyum. Down low then. Pettersson shoots it there through the crease of Kemper. Down low now in the corner. Up top to Rossi. Rossi to Boyum. Boyum. Up top then handles that puck. Down low then Rossi looks for options. Boyum to Hronek. Hronek off the boards then. Rossi looks. Pass over. Saved by Kemper. Rebound. He was jabbing at that puck. It comes loose. Moore gets it back. He'll pass it up then for LaFerriere, who will fire for the empty net. Just wide. It's not enough for an icing, though, as it was at center. Canucks will regroup here in their own end. Pettersson. Back down low in the Vancouver zone. Hronek regroups with the puck. Matthew Joseph behind the net then for Vancouver. Hronek chipped off the boards and back down low. Kemper out of his net to play it. He wasn't trying to go for the goalie goal. That'd be fun to see, though. Kings get it back. Panarin will flip the puck in the air. It'll be off the post of the empty net, so he nearly got it, but not enough. Joseph carries it now through center. He'll dump it down low. Kemper out of his net here will throw this one around. It got stuck in his legs. I think he was going to try. Joseph to Boyum. Back down low in the corner. 3.5 minutes to play. DeBrusk fires it wide. Kane back to Panarin. Panarin will move it to center. Pass up then for Kempe, who will scoot it back around. Looking for options here now. We'll throw it back down low then for Cece. Cross-ice pass to Doughty. Panarin will fire it for the empty net. It's blocked there by Kane. Kane off the boards to O'Connor. O'Connor, one-on-one, saved by Kemper. He's going for the empty net. He fires it. It's not enough as Rossi is there to catch it. And I thought maybe, but no. Sadly not. Boyum banked off the boards, back down low. Doughty will fire this one all the way wide of the empty net. It's not enough for an icing. Moore down low in the corner. Trevor Moore, wraparound chance there, broken up by Vancouver. If there was a team you could do it against, it would be Vancouver. Panarin will fire for the empty net. He hits it. Or I'm sorry, Quinton Byfield hits the empty net. Come on, Byfield. Why are you not giving it to Kemper? Come on. That would have been something. That would have made this stream worthwhile. 100%. 4-0 Los Angeles now. Quinton Byfield, empty net goal, his 18th goal of the season, his second point of the night. Byfield's a little loser. Oh, I'm going to score. No, I'm not going to give it to Kemper. He should have just been like, oh, no. And then, like, fell and, like, backhanded the puck back into the LA zone. And then you could have, you know, whatever. Face-off won by the Kings back into their own zone. Assist on that goal, Anderson and Doughty. Multi-point game for Mikey Anderson. Lankinen's back in his net. Joseph. Down low then. We'll clear it back to the right side. Armia. We'll throw it back down low then for Höglander. There's been a couple of times in Watch with Nordic history where a goalie has tried to go for it. I remember Joel Hofer did it once. There was somebody else who tried to. I think it might have been Vizmelka who tried to go for the empty net as well. But, like, again, every time the defense just blocks it. They're not allowing it anymore. Losers. I would have lost my mind. Literally, I would have lost my mind. It's always in the back of my head. Whenever it's like, especially when there's a lot of time left. When it's a game like this and there's a lot of time left and they pull the goalie, I'm like, huh, maybe. And then a 20 to go here in the third period. Bank back out to center. Jake DeBrusk carries this one the other way. Shot on Kemper. He'll make the save. And cover up. Now we got some physicality here in front. Some pushing and shoving, of course. As we kind of expected. Physicality is going here. A line brawl happening here in Vancouver. Does Kemper and Lankinen want to fight? Come on. Kemper and Lankinen, you want to go? DeBrusk getting into it with Kemper. They're still going at it. There's a minute 13 to go in the game. Kemper's just watching. Boyum is going into it with Brant Clark, two of the young and up-and-coming defensemen. I mean, hey, Kemper, look the other way. Just shoot the puck at Lankinen and do it. Lankinen comes in from the other end and just starts beating the shit out of Kemper. Man, that'd be something. Yeah, referee still trying to break it up. Mallet getting into it with Willander. The referee's in between the two of them. Boyum is just going to go to the locker room. He just smashed something. How dare you make the trainer clean that up? 4-0 lead for Los Angeles. Not sure what's going to come of this. Mallet is going to go to the locker room as well. So is Willander. Willander will do it on his own. And it was just a physical battle down low there in the corner. It's not a huge surprise. I mean, again, the physicality definitely a factor in this game for sure. Wasn't a big factor, but it was certainly a factor. Benches are chirping each other here, supposedly. It's a 4-0 game for Los Angeles. A minute 13 left. It's not like this game is a close one. Something to follow, though. These two teams do play each other again. So that is something to keep in mind. They do play each other again. They will play on April 9th and April 14th. There is a chance that we could be live for both those games because of the way that the schedule is. Or we could be live for one of those games. I shouldn't say both. But we'll see. Referees going over the penalties here.
Pacific Division, Vancouver, Edmonton, Seattle, back here in Vancouver, and then in Calgary on the 16th. So a runaway is there for them.
They're still figuring out the penalties. Flyers kick butt against Chicago. Yeah, it was a pummeling. They won't do anything with it. They won't make the playoffs or anything, but it was a nice win. I was streaming Blue Jackets and Canadians. They could never do that if I was streaming them. Just saying, they would have lost that game. Still a minute 13 to go here in this third period. I think it's going to be a power play for Los Angeles. They're still going over the penalties here. It took a little bit for the refs to figure things out. Should have just did all like game misconducts and stuff. You gotta announce the penalties before you can go on with the game. So that's what they were figuring out there as we were talking here and commentating here. They're still figuring it out, doing some replays here. There's only a minute 13 to go.
Decisions on the penalties. I can tell you that Malott and Clark for the Kings and William for the Canucks are the three players that have gone to the dressing room.
Malott, Clark, and Boyum are the three skaters who have gone to the dressing room. So they are done for the night. I imagine that's game misconducts. And now we'll get a face-off here outside of the LA zone. A minute 13 to go here in regulation. Kings and Canucks, 4-0 lead for Los Angeles. Through 59 minutes of play, we'll see what these last a minute 13 have in store. If there's some more fights. It's been a very lopsided game here for the Los Angeles Kings. Vancouver has played better in the second period, or this third period, I will say that. But, and Willander being asked to leave. Get the hell out of here, buddy. See ya. Face-off now is won back then by the Canucks. Pettersson dumps it down low then into the LA zone. Dumoulin try to chip it off the boards, then back over to center. Joseph back to his brother, who will just dump it down low. Last minute of play in regulation. Canucks get it back then to Höglander. Höglander down low to Dumoulin. Right side then, it's flicked to center by the Kings. It's grabbed back then by Joseph. Joseph chipped off the boards down low. Thrown back into the LA end. Dumoulin racing for that puck. Plays it back to Lawton. Back over then for Jared Wright. Young rookie there for the Kings. Hit against the boards there by Joseph. Knocks Joseph down as well. 20 seconds to go. Joseph will take it behind his own net. 15 seconds left to play. The Los Angeles Kings will move within 1 point of a playoff spot. And it will come at the hands of a 4-0 win against the Vancouver Canucks and a shutout for Darcy Kemper. The second shutout in his Watch with Nordic career. A 19-save shutout of that gives him the 4-0 win over the Vancouver Canucks. Darcy Kemper now ties Stuart Skinner and Kevin Lankinen for the most shutouts by a single goaltender in Watch with Nordic history, all with 2. So pretty cool there, a physical end to that one as well. Multi-point games come from Trevor Moore, Quinton Byfield and Mikey Anderson. Player of the game here from me for this one is Darcy Kemper once again. He got the shutout and the win there in that one. We started doing the player of the game last night. Or we started doing player of the game in the previous game earlier. So there you go. That will do it for me tonight. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, subscribe down below and like the stream as well. It'd be greatly appreciated. That will do it for me. We will be live again on Sunday between the Dallas Stars and the Philadelphia Flyers. Hopefully that's a great game there as well. But that does it for me. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next stream.